So listen, dive in. I'm an open book. Ask me whatever you want to ask me.
First, the breakup, the building being set afire, your son's hospitalization, and being arrested. Tell us about your relationship.
Which one, girl? I didn't feel no pain when me and Mike break up. You ever felt so special? You felt like you was that bitch that a nigga can't cheat on you? I felt like that. He's a good guy. He is, but he just wasn't the guy for me.
You give him money for
$30,000, $15,000. And he told me he understood it. But hours later, my building was burnt. Welcome to the ToasTeas Podcast, you guys.
We're finally here.
Finally, right?
Yeah. So, Brooke, let's dive right in.
Okay, the people have been waiting.
Yes, your supporters have been very curious about your recent activity, right?
So much, huh?
I know it's a lot. I don't know where to start.
Let's just figure it out.
I mean, we have to figure it out. We could just definitely, I have a question for you. Like, just how have you managed to stay strong through everything? First, the breakup, then the building being set afire, your son's hospitalization, and being arrested. So I think that kind of sums up everything that has been going on with you in the past 6 months.
October, when it started in October, right? No.
September-ish.
What was the first? October. It started in October.
Okay.
So October, November, December, January, 4 months.
Yeah, and I'm summing it up because we were supposed to record this podcast
4 months
a long time ago, and so I'm sure people, the ones who were interested in what happened with the breakup, they're probably not interested in that anymore. And also, this is not about you. The podcast is not about you. We're gonna set the record straight, y'all.
Yeah.
Podcast is not about Brooke's life. We just felt like because Brooke is such an open book, and during these times she weren't like really talking about what was going on. So we decided to make the first episode about Brooke's life.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay, so
I'm here for it. You know I am.
So real quick.
And it was kind of hard being quiet, saving all this for
the podcast.
So listen, dive in. I'm an open book. Ask me whatever you want to ask me.
But we don't want to keep y'all too long. So I have a lot of questions. I'm just not going to ask all those questions.
Okay.
Right? So I know for sure they want to know. Still, they want to know about the breakup.
Okay, but you did ask me one question that I didn't get to answer. How did I remain so strong
through it all?
And I do want to answer that because, I'm going to highlight my God. Because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have made it through it. It was actually pretty easy because the faith that I have. So that's what really kept me. God.
Because it was back to back to back to back. So
I knew God was in it. I just knew he was in it. And when he in it.
You didn't get a break.
I didn't get a break. But I felt like Job. I started relating myself to the book of Job. And I knew what God is capable of. And I know that he is not here to punish me or fail me. So I just knew it had to be a reason. And I had to be tough through it. So that's what kept me.
Amen. Mm-hmm. Well, before we get into the details, tell us about your relationship. The relationship,
which one, girl?
How it started. The relationship with, your relationship. Are we saying names?
We're talking about Michael.
Can we do that?
Yes, we could do whatever we want.
Okay, well, tell us about your relationship with Mike. Because it was all good.
It was beautiful, honestly. Like I loved it. I loved it. I even sometimes still check back in, Mike he's a good guy. He is, but he just wasn't the guy for me. I don't even know how to say it because I still.
Are you laughing because he is the guy for you?
I don't know. Like,
could he be the guy for you?
I don't know.
Because I don't know why you would laugh at that.
I laughed because it was just. I never said that before out loud.
That he isn't the guy for you.
Yeah.
Out loud.
Because honestly, I wanted him to be the guy for me. He seemed like he was the guy for me. It was. No relationship is perfect, I guess, but throughout the 5 years me and Mike was together, I met Mike, and he was in a relationship. Let's start there. So it's a lot of things that I accept because I like that version of him, if that makes sense. So I met him, he was in a relationship, so I automatically know Mike is a cheating man. Like he's a cheater. But when
But you didn't think he would cheat on you?
No, you ever felt so special? You felt like you was that bitch that a nigga can't cheat on you? I felt like that. I did. I really did. And Mike used to like stalk me so much. You could
I
contest to
said it.
that.
I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
There's no way he's cheating.
Yeah. So it just
even when you told me some of the cheating stories, I'm like, how? When did he find the time?
Yeah. I was the same way. I'm like, no way. Girl, what? But yeah. So
But this last time it was different because it was very public.
So that's the only difference.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was different because it was really
that
public.
probably is the only difference.
Yeah. And so it involved the other female where she was online posting things. You guys had a few back and forth.
Yeah.
Arguments.
Well, no, she was arguing with herself up until I was like, let me just go ahead. Like, you how you poke a bell?
Yeah.
And they're not doing it. Like, you just steady poking. And then when that bitch turn around, what you got to deal with? So I was just letting her poke and poke and poke. And then I'm like, you know what? Stop playing with me. Because I ain't that girl that you could play with like that.
Yeah.
Like, for real. And I noticed when I didn't respond, that's the most she kept going. She kept going. Because I'm like, if I don't put fuel to the fire, it's going to go out. That's how typically, things happen. So I'm like, I'm not going to put no fuel on it. And besides, I got a platform and I don't use it for that. So I try to ignore it, but she wouldn't stop. And I think it's because she thought she could bully me, or she thought I was scared, afraid. So once I verbally responded, she kind of went away. Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, and there was a lot of speculation about how things ended, and a lot of people think that it ended because of her.
Oh, no
Even
way.
she thinks it ended because of her.
I didn't even know about her.
Are you ready to share why and how y'all broke up?
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I say, it was a beautiful relationship, ups and downs. When I met Mike, I want to say we probably was on the same level, or I really didn't know his finances like that because he was with another woman. But whenever we was together, everything was good. I didn't ask for much. I didn't need much. I was on Section 8. I had just started my business. Like, I didn't need much, but what I did need when we go out, he was the one paying for anything we did. So that was cool. Even when Mike left his previous relationship and moved in with me, the first thing he said was, send me a list of the bills. Let's figure this out because I'm not gonna be staying nowhere for free.
Stepping up.
It was,
and you had never really experienced that before.
Nope, I'm used to them bums coming live with me and ain't trying to pay nothing. But he was like, send me a list of the bills. He even was like, I can't move into a home that's already a home. We need to move
and get our own
place together so it can be ours. So that's how I moved out of the East and went to Slidell. So that was just like everything to me. And then I just was growing and growing and growing. And I was trying to help pull him with me. Because that's my man. Like, I want you up here too. Of course,
yeah.
But it just was so stagnant. Like, no matter what I did, no matter what I invested, no matter what I taught him, it just was stagnant. Like, he would not grow with me. So it's like we kind of was drifting apart. But I'm the type of girl, like, I'm not going to kick you when you're down, and I'm not going to switch up on you at all. So that's why I was with him so long after dealing with the lack of responsibility as adults living together, because I'm like, he going to catch up. He going to catch up. I'm not leaving him at his lowest. He going to catch up. But it's like I was getting meaner and meaner.
I think my opinion, just based on what I saw, and I'm on the outside looking in it, but we are friends and we do talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like part of that was because even though you were trying to help him and you wanted him to grow with you, you and him, y'all don't do the same thing. You are the hidden vault. The hidden vault is yours. And when you're working on the hidden vault, it's like he wanted to be with you.
Yeah.
whenever you go out of town for the hidden vault, he wanted to be with you.
All the time.
He does.
That's why I never thought he was
paints cars.
cheating.
He does. Yeah, he always wanted to be with you. But his business is not your business.
No.
But he would not leave your side. So it's like, how could he grow in his own thing and do his own thing or grow in his business when he was always in yours?
Yeah. A lot of people told him about that. His mom, me, his friends. Like.
So do you feel like you were like a crutch?
Let me tell you why I didn't feel like that. Now I will say yes. Let me tell you why I didn't feel like that then. Because it's like, it's not like I wasn't telling him. Like, it's not like I was pulling him with me. It's not like I was like, I'm going out of town, I need you to come with me. I'm like, Mike, stay back. But I think Mike had trust issues. I don't know why, because I never cheated on him.
You wasn't cheating.
But he really did not trust me outside of his eyesight. So, yeah, I do believe, if I answer that question now, yes, I was a big crutch. Because being with me, he just wanted to be with me. And like I said, that's why I didn't even think Mike was ever cheating.
And I think that let's just say you guys got back together. I think
it'll be the same way.
It's the same.
We tried that.
And so
since we so far out.
So what happens with that when you really love somebody and you want to be with somebody and they just don't get it? Like
he don't get it.
He don't get it.
He don't get it. He don't. I don't know. I guess I don't know what you do with that.
Right.
Honestly.
Well.
But to finish, we grew apart because of finances. Like I just was getting meaner, madder. I wasn't soft. I wasn't that girl he met. He wasn't the guy I met. The home was broken because I felt like I was the man of the house. Now, don't get me wrong. He was doing all the manly things, but paying bills is also a manly thing. But a girl of my caliber, if you're not dating a man of that caliber, then you tend to be, if you're the breadwinner, you tend to pay all the bills, and I just wasn't used to that. So I couldn't adapt. I couldn't make that my life. I was just getting angrier and angrier. I wanted to run his bad water, massage his back, cook. I cook all the time, but I wanted to fix his food and do all these things, and I just couldn't do it because I felt like you do it for me. I'm the one paying all the bills. But I don't want to be that girl. I want to be the one, and I don't mind a 50-50. Some people would not do 50-50, y'all. I don't mind 50-50. But it was like all me.
It was all you.
It was all me.
And he had his issues with you
and
as well.
he would object to that. He would. If he hear me say this, all me, he would object. But there's not a bill that was in his name. There's not a bill he paid. And he would probably tell you, I bought her gifts. I did this with the kids. I did this and that.
Yeah.
But he cannot tell you a bill he paid consistently. So that was my issue. And he think if he got my hair done, if he went to Saks for me, if he bought the kids football stuff, if he just did anything outside miscellaneous, he think, okay, that was a bill. But no, I'm talking about mortgage, light,
I did this.
gas,
I could have paid the
water.
bill, but I did this.
Well, you should have paid the bill instead. Yeah. And it's not like it was going, it was, I was communicating my feelings. I didn't just bottle it in. I communicated it every month. And no matter what I said, it was just getting worse and worse.
It's getting worse and worse.
So with that and all the cheating over the years, because I told Mike,
how you gonna cheat for real?
You gotta pick a struggle. You can't do both. I'm sorry. You can't do both. Nah. Like I'm like you gotta pick a struggle. But in the beginning, I did tell Mike. I said, I'm a faithful girl, and I am. Don't cheat on me, because if you do, I'm gonna run circles around you. Like once you open that door in a relationship that we cheating, okay, this is what we doing. I'm gonna cut up. And the thing is, the first time he cheated on me was with his baby mama. Typical. You just left her. So of course you're gonna double back and see what's up. I wasn't even tripping. But I want you to know that I'm gonna get you back. And I didn't. Like it took like 2 years, probably 3 years before I got him back. So it came as a surprise. Probably 4 years, because I just got him back. So he was shocked. Like, what you doing? Baby, I didn't forget. And I told you, it's not like I didn't give you that disclaimer. If you open the door for cheating, that's what we're going to do. And you ain't going to like it when I do it. And I don't think, nobody
definitely don't like it. So, well, then, how do you feel about an open relationship? Why didn't y'all just have an open relationship?
He's not open to that.
Oh, but he wants to cheat. Oh, that's
he cheeky. You know the men like to have their cake and eat it.
well. That's your cake and eat it when you.
He don't want nobody else eating this cake, girl. I don't
Well,
know. I would love an open relationship. We even tried to separate. Like he got his own apartment and everything.
I remember.
And
we
was getting along so much better then.
Yeah, were.
That didn't last because he don't pay bills.
Oh, so his apartment didn't last.
His apartment didn't last because he wasn't paying his bills. He don't pay bills. And Mike make money. He make great money. I don't know what he do with it. He don't pay bills. He buy me gifts. He bought me, jewelry, bags, shoes. He try his best to accommodate me for what I buy myself. And I kept telling him that's not what I want. I just want a responsible, manly man. That's all I want. I don't care if you don't never buy me a gift. I know you pay these bills and you don't even have to pay all of them. I would have more respect. It just would have been way different. I was begging to be a soft girl.
So was it mutual or did one of you initiate the breakup?
Oh,
I mean, because he's not here to tell like his feelings or how he felt about you in the relationship. We know your issue was mainly the finances and the cheating.
Yeah.
But for him, he's not here. He can't tell us, well, I didn't like that she did X, Y, Z, right? So y'all did break up. It was not because of the girl.
No.
Who initiated the breakup? Did he break up with you or did you break up with him?
I think I broke up with him. I cheated and I liked it. And I didn't desire, I had no intentions to stop.
But he found out you cheated.
My way.
He was in, because I'm going to say he found out you cheated and he stayed.
Yeah, he stayed, but he was in my way. Because now that I'm cheating, you trying to block the fun I'm trying to have, and I wasn't having it. So I'm like, you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah. And he was like, I didn't do you anything. You cheated on me, and you asking me to leave. And I'm like, because I don't see it stopping. Like I like it. And see, a man, they think what they dig. They just go out, have sex, come home like nothing happened. Us women, we get emotionally attached. And at the time, the guy that I cheated on him for, I was emotionally attached to him. Now, I wasn't trying to be his wife or his girlfriend, but I was attached. And with that, I couldn't be two places at one time. And Mike was like monitoring me after that. So I was just like, you gotta go. Yeah. So I don't know, but I could.
So you initiated the breakup. You broke up with him. That's you broke up with him.
Yeah, I did. I don't even want to say it, but I mean, it is what it is. I did.
The people want to know.
Yeah,
they've been wanting to know this for a long time. They want to know what happened. How did y'all break up?
So it was over the years, like I just explained. Over the years, things was accumulating. The cheating, the not paying bills, the arguments. Me not, and I'm very sexual, overly sexual. It was times that I'll go months without having sex with Mike. And it's not because I don't want to have sex, but I don't have sex with you because I'm not happy with you. And instead of him fixing that, he'll go out and cheat. If I'm not having sex with him, he's going to go have sex with somebody else, right? Right. So I think that would initiated the cheating with Mike because me and Mike was having sex damn near every day. So, it was definitely, we was even bringing people to the bedroom. So it was no need to cheat. But when we just disconnected, when I disconnected, everything disconnected. The sex, and Mike loved to have sex. He's an info. He's a sexual person also. So instead of fixing
sex on his birthday.
What'd you say?
He didn't have sex on his birthday.
I don't think he did.
He said he didn't. I just saw the post. But,
he said that?
It was like in his, the little new thing they have on Instagram. Where you can put like a little note or
whatever.
He
was calling me all night. And
I mean, okay.
But he tried to play on me, so I got him back. Like, don't play with me. In a club, he tried to put me out of section.
He put you out of section.
He put me out of section. No, I ain't get out.
I mean, after you.
Oh yeah, after I felt a little played, I'm like, boy, fuck you. And I told his friends, I say he's stunned in front of y'all because he gonna call me tonight. And what I showed you.
He called you all night, all morning.
And he could have got some.
He could have got some? Well, let's talk about that. Do you see yourself getting back with him? I mean, because it was very public, this breakup. You said a lot of things. You saying a lot now.
I said and did a lot of things.
And so, do you think there's a chance of y'all actually being back together like how y'all once were? Living together, being committed to
We
one
tried
another?
that
Recently?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that it was like a be together, commit. Let's try to commit again.
It wasn't about the commit. It was about being friends again. It was about getting closer again. So it wasn't like we had to sit down and talk about commitment because we didn't talk about commitment before.
Or no, after what had happened, we would have had to talk about commitment.
It wasn't about commitment because why would you want to commit to that same person? We need to see what changed. We need to love on each other. We need to fall back before we could commit to anything. So why would I want to commit if I don't know what this is about to be?
The time apart, I don't know. Did you notice that he had changed? That he had gotten better? That he
would. I would notice it. I would see what he's posting, but might be lying on Instagram. Like might be lying, girl. Might act like he got so much emotion and so much going on. And I was starting to believe it because I wasn't around him. I don't know. So I was like one of the, the people on the outside looking in. But then when I got back in, I'm like, boy, why you lie? Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
No.
Not even the way he acted towards you. None of that changed.
No. Mike just stole my wig. Mike stole my rose. My toy girl, my sex toy. You know I'm in love with my rose. He stole my...
Brooke, okay.
You stopping me?
I am.
So, girl, he just was... Mike is mean to me when he don't get his wig.
He stole your wig.
He stole my wig.
You went on Instagram, you mentioned that your wig was gone.
He took it.
Because he didn't want you to look nice for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Why did he take the rose?
You know, I love my rose. I have sex with him with the rose. I have sex with myself with the rose. The rose is literally in my
your reach
my nightstand. Yeah.
You take it on trips. I remember one time I was at the airport and rolled out your bag. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my we attached that to him. And Mike took it. He took both of them. I have two.
He took both of the roses. Wow.
And I asked him where's that, and he says, "In your pussy, bitch."
What? Mike is so mean. When he wanna be, he's a good guy. He's a
good guy. He's so sweet. But when you piss him off, I think I get under his skin. I don't think he ever met a person like me. Yeah. He because he said, bitch.
Yeah, he can't control it. He honestly cannot control himself when you make him mad. I've witnessed it.
Yeah. And he said he never had nobody make him that mad. Like, yeah.
Only you.
Only me. So he says the things and he does the things. But overall, I just like, even if we don't get back together, I would love to be a friend of his. But Mike don't see that because like he just, it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. And it's just, it'll be hard for both of us. Like I did my cheating. He did his cheating. He don't trust me. I'm not going to say I don't trust him. I trust him to do exactly what I know he's going to do. Shit.
So then maybe y'all should just like co-parent.
He don't like to co-parent if we're not together. He mean to me when we're not together.
Does that ever make you just want to settle and just be with him just so that?
No. No. Only thing made me want to settle and be with him is that I want to give our relationship a try. And my son, Toto is obsessed with Mike. Mike controls Toto's mood and his energy. And when Mike is around, Toto, he's a good child. When Mike not around, he act out really, really bad. And he think Mike is... He know Mike not his biological
Mike could still be in his life. You would allow
Mike
that.
is when he's mean. That's what I'm telling you. When he's mean, he's mean. And that's just to all of us. You know, he said, I'm glad I ain't in that house with them aggravating ass children. He says the most. He says, yeah. Yeah.
Well, what lessons have you learned from this relationship?
I don't know. I don't know if it was lessons.
There's got to be a lesson in all of this.
I don't know.
I mean, would you ever date another man that's not financially stable?
No.
Okay.
That's a lesson. That's a lesson.
Yeah. And even if he's financially stable, that doesn't mean he's going to take care of you. So would you ever allow a man not to take care of you, not to contribute?
No. No.
Okay, well, first of all, he's not gonna live with you because you already said that
Yeah, I don't wanna
have a
live with.
live-in
Yeah.
situation, but you do still want him to contribute, to take care of you in other ways. You want him to be a man.
Yeah. And I never, let's start, that's why I'm saying a lesson. I didn't meet Mike and say he's a man that can financially support. Like I said, when I met him, I wasn't on this level. When I met him, he was footing a lot of, the bills of things we was doing. So I can't say I jumped into a relationship or anything with somebody that don't have it. Cause he had his body shop, he paint cars. It was a person that had it. At least I thought. But I surpassed him in a major, major way, which made him comfortable. And he felt, because I heard he said it before, like, she got money, I ain't got to help her pay no bill, she got it. Like that, I have so much more than him than what I got to help her for.
And let's go back, because you did surpass him. However, you tried to help him.
Yeah,
I witnessed you give him money for a
30,000,
business. You gave him
15,000
$30,000 for a business.
Yeah,
that I know of for sure.
Yeah. So I don't want anybody to
That
ever
he
think.
told me you gave him. So
Okay,
I know it's
that's
the
how
truth.
you know for sure. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened with that.
One time I gave him 15,000. I was like towards his products, and he was like, "That's your dream. That's not my dream." But this what you asked me to help you with. So I thought, because I didn't push
Because I know
it
a lot
on
of people
you.
like to say that, and especially like his family or his friends, they feel like, well, she got it. Why is she not helping him? But you have tried.
Yeah,
several times.
I did several times. And it's not just financially, because financial is a big part, and I did contribute a lot financially. But it was more of, I was teaching him a lot of things, teaching him how to deal with um, the whole e-commerce world. How to even order, get a vendor, or just everything you need to know to start a business. I was teaching him those things. So it's not like he was literally sleeping with the person that could change his life, and you gotta want it though, because he didn't want it. Because I gave him literally everything he needed to be successful.
But what he wanted was for you to invest in his dream, his business, which was already established, candy coated, right?
Yeah,
And you thought about it,
I did.
but you also thought about the customers he already had, the things that he already had done in his business that wasn't good.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be a part of that. But however, the 30,000, that was towards his business.
Right.
He was supposed to do it. Mike wanted me to do it. Handing him $30,000, like, go ahead, do what you got to do. That wasn't what he wanted. He took it, but he really wanted me to take that money and just rebrand the whole business, and we'd be business partners. And I just didn't want to do that. Yeah. And that's why he felt like I never did nothing for him, or I didn't believe in his dream. I do. Mike could paint cars really, really great. Like, his work is immaculate. Like, everybody speak on how great he is. He just need to work on it in some other areas, and I just didn't want to partner up with that. Because I feel like with the money and the help, just the money and the help that was coming from me over the years, you didn't show me. Like, how if you want to go partner up with certain people, you got to show them. Like, show me what you made in the last few years. Show me what you invested. Show me what you did. Show me how you turned that around. Show me what you saved. Show me what. And once I seen all that, because I was around.
You already knew that, yeah.
Yeah. It just was.
You couldn't invest in that.
It meant that I was going to have to step away from the hidden vault, because I knew it wouldn't have been a partner thing. We probably would have partnered financially. But when it came to doing the work, I knew I would have had to put a lot into that. And I can't multitask. You know that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know nothing about a body shop like he do. So
how has this experience shaped your perspective on love and relationships?
it didn't affect it at all. I'm always that girl that's willing to try again. Like, nothing. I would never be like, oh, the last person hurt me. No, girl, I would jump in that water over and over and over. Like, I would keep testing it. So it didn't affect anything besides that. And just being a multimillionaire, you have to have standards. Back then, it's like I was doing what I wanted, you know. But you gotta have standards. So just not even just in that relationship, just the growth within myself, I have to have standards. So that's the only exceptions that I have. And I know a lot of people find it funny when I say cheating is not a deal breaker for me. It's not, because I would rather a poly relationship, honestly, or open relationship. That's my preference. So the cheating, it's not like, oh, I would have never left Mike for cheating. I think when a girl made it public, it just was because it was some clout stuff. I really believe that, because we broke up before I even found out about her.
Right.
I didn't find out about her until after, and that's because her friend was telling me that he was telling her that, like, basically I'm home crying while he's sleeping out on me. I'm like, me and that man not together.
And I remember exactly how it happened, how she came about. I was in California, and you texted me.
I was like, girl, why Mike? Now, Mike was talking out in front of the house every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was doing all that, and the boy going in the east every night sleeping. He got somebody. And he was like, no way. No way. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, and then he's telling the girl, like, he's still with me and I'm home crying. Girl, I'm out having a good time.
He said y'all
I'm
got
not
into it
worried
on
about
the cruise because of her.
Mhm.
He was lying.
Yeah, he was. I ain't even like the fact. Now that was a deal breaker for me. I ain't like the fact that Mike was like, whatever you doing when you go into another person's house, or whatever you doing with another person, don't mention me. Like, what you talking? Like, why she knew I was having surgery? Why anything about me? Why did she know this? Why was y'all sitting down talking about me?
Like, you should just be off limits.
I should have been off limits. You supposed to protect me. If you out doing whatever you doing, I obviously don't have anything to do with it. So why are you dragging for me? Like, what did I do you so bad? Or what are you trying to prove to this girl? That I took your Cadillac? It was too much. It was too much. So I wouldn't say we broke up because of her, but the things she was telling me, it was like, I ain't taking that nigga back. Fuck that nigga now, but to go harder. And that's how the big dog shit really surfaced the internet, for real, because it's like, now but to hurt your feelings.
Because but you didn't just go public with Big Dog to hurt his feelings. You actually did like him.
I did like Big Dog. I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Because I know a lot of people felt like, oh, she just doing that just because she's trying to make Mike mad or whatever. But I know that wasn't the case.
I was having fun. I was having fun, and I did like him. I did. I liked him a lot. Not enough to get into another relationship, right? But I was having like mad fun. Like, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was great times.
And then that ended pretty fast.
Let me tell you. So me and Mike always on and off breaking up, right? Because of the situations that I'm saying, the financial situation. It never was the cheating. Honestly, I think when I first found out Mike first cheated, we made meek. That's how much it turned me on. Cause it may be weird, but when the girl told me that she was messing with Mike, they had sex, I went inside and we made meek that night. Like, I was impressed. Crazy, but that's what happened. So I said that to say what? Because I got sometimes.
Well, I was asking. Well, I mentioned that you and Big Dog, y'all broke up. Not broke up, but y'all friendship.
Yeah. Okay.
Really
so
fast.
I said that to say this time I didn't want to go to after the girl was telling me that Mike was, because I felt betrayed that you would talk about me to. Then you was talking about me to a female you don't even know like that. Like, obviously you didn't know her. You did not know her. So I wanted to be sure that I didn't go back to Mike. So why I went and got a therapist. And I see my therapist every Thursday. And with that being said, my therapist was telling me to slow down. Like, you moving too fast. You have to give yourself time to hurt and heal. Because I didn't feel no pain when me and Mike break up. And I kept saying, that's unusual. Why am I not hurting? He said, because you're trying to cover up. Like, that's like putting a Band-Aid on a wound without properly treating it. And you need to slow down. So I'm listening to him, but I'm not really taking action. But the more I was around Big Dog, and then I'm finding out Big Dog don't really have it like that either. He don't got no call. Like, it's like, I could have still. I started feeling like I could have still with Mike for all this. So
Except Big Dog probably wouldn't have cheated on you.
I don't think Big Dog. I don't know. I don't know. But Big Dog, he yeah, because he cut off everybody for me, and I didn't even ask. I didn't even want him to. When I found out that he was telling everybody like, I got a girl, yeah, he did like me. He did. He did. He did. So when I called it off, in a great way, like, it's not you. Nothing is wrong with you. It's just I'm moving too fast. I gotta step back a little bit, work on myself, get back into my head back into the game. Like, allow myself whatever hurt that I have to go through, I have to allow it to happen so I could properly heal and I could properly move forward. And not just with a relationship, just in business and life, as a mother, as a friend, as a daughter. Just I have to work on me. I ain't getting no time to myself. I don't even really know how I feel. And he told me he understood it. But hours later, my building was burnt. Hours later, my building was in flames, which was so weird. I just celebrated my 5th year over there. And it just was, I'm like, yeah, so yeah. He didn't take it too well either. Yeah. Once the video went viral, they kept calling the hotline, telling them that they know that it was, and I got him to do it for insurance money. All I heard was, bitch, if you ever play with me during a sexual intercourse. No, not allegedly. That's just my feelings and what I see when I look at the video.
She wanted to tell the girl's name, y'all.
I do.
The girl who told
her name